All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, as I was getting ready for today's pod, to record today's pod, I was kind of reflecting on how the last couple of days have been. In fact, I should say now at this point, the last 10 days have been. And there was definitely a reminder that, especially if you're somebody as a healer coach, you're on this journey of healing and, of course, discovering and in turn sharing with the world the power of coaching. When and as and when you're on this journey of learning more, of growing, there will come those moments when you step out, whether it is away from your laptop and whether it's your webinar or your classes or your one-to-ones that you're doing digitally. And when you actually step into a different world where there are people and you're interacting with them, and let's say you're spending time with them for, uh, in a way, you could say an extended period of time, maybe 2 days. So in my case, it was um, I was I was doing two things. One is, of course, I was co-leading a group. This was on the 5th, and at the time of this recording, of course, this is in October, so this was on the 5th, and then 2 days later, I was in the midst of a sea of people, uh, somewhere closer to 700 people gathered from literally all around country and some from around the world. And what was fascinating, of course, was the experience that I had. A lot of the, uh, the realizations, a lot of the um, changes, subtle or otherwise, that I was experiencing during the process. But something I can definitely say now, uh, with ample time between then and now, to kind of process what I was experiencing, what I was going through, is that when you put yourself in these environments, you will change. And there are parts of you that will change in, you know, let's say less than noticeable ways. And there are parts of you that will change in more dramatic ways. So today, in fact, this evening, I was with the community. And of course, if you're listening to this, Pallavi, a big shout out to you. And there was a lot of sharing. There was a lot of, uh, you know, a feeling of love in the room and people really connecting so deeply with each other. And all of us got to be part of that experience. But also the the realization that I had is that, just like the waves break when they come to shore, uh, if you're willing to allow yourself to break over and over again, you will only get better with time. And by that, I mean, you will truly become more and more sublime. So it's not so much about, um, it's like saying, in this world, especially if you are a healer coach and maybe you're, following a process and you have these very clear, hard targets that you want to achieve, those are good. Those are useful. Those are important. And you'll also realize with time that there's a lot more than that. There's a world beyond that. And so, some of us experience it by achieving those goals, those targets, and then having these realizations that, our work is far more sublime. Our work is truly connected to spirit. And so it's not about making a shift in in our CPL or our ad budgets or whatever. I mean, yes, those things have a meaning. They have a reason to be, but there's something about us that is here to do. um, whether you say God's work, whether you say the work of the universe, something that goes far beyond our human understanding. And so when we make it a point to show up like that, that is truly when you'll start to notice um, things that you eat, things that you consume, whether it's media, whether it is, you know, conversations that you're having with people, all of this will start to shift and change in a really, really dramatic way, in a really, really powerful way. And there'll come a point where um, you will be able to tell that difference between, hey, like 3 years ago, 5 years ago, I used to be a certain way, and here I am today in a completely different way, being who I'm being, showing up, and really holding that space for other people as they find more of themselves and they integrate more and more with that higher power that is truly that higher power that is in each of us. So, for me personally, today was definitely a reminder that this work that we get to do is very, very special. It's sacred. And the more we're able to really connect with others in a deep way, um, all the other principles, all the other strategies, all the other tactics, they will kind of find their own way. You know, and again, it's like they say, if you know, meaning if you truly resonate with this way of being, this way of thinking, this way of acting or doing, then you will find yourself doing more of that. And if you're choosing a different path to get to the same end point of realization, that's also totally fine. Um, it's certainly not for me to tell you what's the right way or the wrong way. It's more about making that space for you to be more of you. So, as you know, I've said this before and I'll say it again, I show up to do these lives every day just as a reminder to you that you truly are an amazing being. And especially if you're at this point on the journey feeling lost or having self doubt, I just want you to know that you're not alone. That's one of the reasons why I make it a point to show up and to remind you about this. That's the reason why I record these live. So look forward to definitely hearing from you. If there's any way in which I can help you, I'll be more than happy to. And having said all of that, of course, remember to live with purpose and look forward to seeing you next one. Remember, these pods are daily pods. So I will be back tomorrow. Have a truly, truly fantastic day ahead. And of course, before I go, for those of you who are not yet aware of it or haven't yet joined us, we do have a community. It's called the iHypnosis community, and you will be able to see the link in the comment below. Whether you're seeing this on LinkedIn, on Insta, or Facebook, or for that matter, YouTube, just reach out. And if for some reason you're not able to find it, just drop me a message and I gladly send you the link and come join us. We meet twice a week on Mondays and Fridays at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And of course, we have multiple programs. In fact, at the time of this recording, on Sunday, we're doing a really, really powerful uh, program. It's a half day program. It's just a way for you to really start to understand and experience um, how these processes come into play. For me, I've been very fortunate that I've been doing this now for 2 decades. And this session that's happening on Sunday is just a way to show you, how the ingredients come together. And if you're ready to go deeper and to apply these processes in your own life, and of course, by extension, help other people, this would be one of those really, really powerful stepping stones for you. So look forward to seeing you in any or many or all of our programs. Have a truly, truly blessed day ahead. And God bless. And of course, I will see you in the next one. Take care and be well.